Live from the westernunion.com VIP lounge.
What's up? It's Gabby Diaz here in the westernunion.com VIP lounge, and I'm here with Joey Badass, the badass of them all.
Yes, sir.
What's going on?
Ain't nothing, just chilling.
Welcome to the Bay, man.
Yeah, love it. Love it out here in the Bay.
What do you love most about the Bay? I'm just curious.
It's the vibes.
The vibes.
Gotta be the vibes. Yeah, it's real chill.
What
real
about
cool.
the music that comes out of the Bay?
Oh, the music that comes from the Bay is pretty trippy too.
Pretty trippy. I love that you use that word.
Word.
Let's talk about the album really quick, Before the Money.
Yeah.
Now, when you were making like Summer Nights in 1999, ever did you think that Before the Money would be in the top 5 of the Billboard 200?
Oh wow, see that's a crazy question. It wasn't really a thought,
Right.
Because I guess to me music is just something that I love to do, and of course the long term goals and everything include like Billboard,
Right, yeah, of
Grammys
course.
and stuff like that.
Of course.
But it was more of a like an indirect manifestation, It
Right.
was like something I put at the back. And just like, all right, and
Because
eventually come-
people really responded well to the album. And because there had been times when like 1999 was out and Summer Nights, I would be talking to my friends and I'd be like, yo, Joey Badass, this dude is crazy. Like, he's dope.
Wow.
And they'd kind of be like, But then when the album came out, it was a different story.
Yeah.
So that's why I was kind of like, I wonder if like in the back of his head, was he thinking like, this is going to get to the Billboard 200 for
Right.
sure.
Nah, I mean, wow. Like, I really wasn't thinking about it. Like, I didn't start thinking about it till like after it came out. I was like,
Right.
oh snap! Like, it's billboards, is
Number one for indie, number one for hip hop, like all
Right.
kinds of crazy things on this album.
I just really wanted to get it done and like deliver the proper debut. That's what was on my mind most of the
I
time.
think you did it proper. Like me, Fruitvale Station.
Mm-hmm.
That like, how did that even come? Like, why did you want to do that specifically?
Well, after I watched the video,
The movie.
the movie Fruitvale Station, it really inspired me. Like, it was really emotional for me actually because, like, it shows something that was like so close to home.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to show my point of view on that, my take on that. Like, I had the song Like Me for like I had that for a minute, before I even seen the movie.
Right.
But when I seen the movie, it really sparked and added to my vision that I already had for the video.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it spoke to a lot of people for sure, especially us out here in the Bay.
Word.
And you dropped some new music today too.
New video. The song
New
came
video,
out like
yeah.
2 weeks ago.
And
But,
it's kind of touching on the same subject a
Yeah.
bit, right?
Definitely
When
is.
you guys were in the studio, was this like just like, you know what, we want to get this message across in our way?
I mean, well, me and Maverick, we pretty much have that understanding. Like,
Right.
me and him, we both know where we stand, like, in this world and, like, what our sole purposes are, So it was just kind of like a thing that was just naturally, like, congruent, like, you know what I'm saying? And
Just
corresponding
worked.
with each other, it just worked like that. He was like, yo, I got this record, I think it's like,
perfect for you,
exactly.
yeah.
So, you played it and I was like, word, like, let's do that.
Who else has come to you that was like, yo, I got this record that you didn't maybe really expect to come at you? Or you like, man, this is crazy. They're coming at me for this record, like
I'm trying to think.
some that you could say anyway, because I know you got some in that little vault of yours, some
Yeah,
secrets
I got
that
a lot
you
of things
can't
in the
tell.
vault that came to mind just
Yeah.
now, but I can't really say. As far as what came out, the last Kaiser record that I did, Bad Thing. I thought that called for me right away because it's called Bad Thing. It's like,
You're like, what?
I'm like, all right, that's me pretty much.
Yeah.
And then the joint that I did with Mick Jenkins, Jerome.
Yeah.
That called for me. It was, my brother Kirk Knight made the beat, always on his beat. So
Crazy. That's dope. What's one thing that we don't know about Before the Money?
one thing people don't know is like, it was a lot of hours spent into that project right there. A lot of time, a lot of effort, like I'm talking about, waking up at 6 a.m. to go to the studio for a session at 7 and staying there all the way to 7, and just like, yeah.
Just
Even
being
longer
there.
sessions than that, being in there all night, overnight to the next morning, not taking a shower and like
Oh.
thugging it out. Hey man, I ain't trying
Yeah, to
be
do the
cute for
music.
nobody, just
All
trying to
man.
get the job done.
So yesterday was International Women's Day,
Yes.
and when are we gonna see a woman on the Pro Era? I know there was one before, but when can we see somebody new? Are there any female MCs that you're kind of looking at? Like,
I mean, like, you know, my sister Tina Apex. Like, you know, I just think, you know, is not many, like, very few, like, who can come close to her. I mean, I really like No Name Gypsy though.
Okay.
Yeah, she's really tight. Me and her just did an amazing song together.
Nice.
I can't wait for you guys to hear that.
Okay. No
Also
Name Gypsy
features my brother Jesse Boykins III.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you got some things in the works, for sure.
I've been working, you know, ever since the album came out. I've just been really inspired to work more, you know.
That's I feel like people think once an album's dropped that the artist can chill.
Yeah, nah.
And it's like that's the time you work harder.
I mean, for me, it's particularly different because, like, you know, I set goals for myself and everything, and it's like, you know, I didn't really complete some of them, so it's just like, all right, like, you know, I gotta go.
I still got those goals I need to hit.
So I just gotta, ain't no stopping, you know.
Yeah,
I'm not done.
Definitely ain't no stopping for sure. So today is the 18-year anniversary for Big.
Yes.
And you have referenced him in so many records, and one that stuck out to me the most was just the one in Paper Trails.
Yeah.
How influential was he on your career, just being from Brooklyn and all of that?
I mean, just like the line say, you know, that's how his music was.
Right.
Like, it really, like, smacked me as, like, a small child.
You were that kid.
Yeah, you feel me?
You were
like,
that baby.
Really, like, anytime I used to see Big growing up, like, I'm talking about being a toddler, you know, I used to just be drawn to it. Anytime I heard Sky's the Limit, hypnotized when it came on the TV, I used to just, like, run to the TV and just stand in front of the TV and just watch him.
Your Legos didn't matter. You was running to the TV.
Yeah, like, anytime I heard Big and I seen it, it was crazy. Like, you know, you asked my mom about it and everything.
That's dope, though, because when you have that influence, you just want to keep on working harder and all of that. That's dope. Can we talk about fashion real quick?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Just because I
we'll
see
talk about whatever you want to talk about.
I know. I love fashion, though, and I know you do, too. I know the Pro Era store online has a lot of dope tees and all of that. I heard your mother runs that, so you keep that in the family.
She runs the store, you know. As far as the designing and everything, you know, that's the whole squad.
The whole team.
Yeah, everybody contributes to that.
So what can we expect with the Pro Era clothing coming?
I mean, well, you can't expect anything.
We can't expect anything?
I mean, I just like to, like, you know, tell people to just drop expectations in life.
Oh,
so
okay.
Just acceptance, you know. So just don't use that word.
All right. Sorry.
You can't expect
I'm not
anything.
expecting nothing.
But what's coming from Pro Era?
What's coming from it?
Is a lot of great things. You know, Kirk Knight is next up.
Nice.
Yeah, his project is amazing.
I'm excited.
And I'm not just saying that because he's my brother. You know what I'm saying?
No, of course.
Like, I seen him, like, really craft this project from, like, you know, scraps to, like, now an amazing body of work. So
that's dope.
I'm really proud of him, and I can't wait till, like, everybody sees, like, you know, what he's been doing all this time, what he's been working on.
That's
and
crazy.
Nick Caution is coming out as well. You know, same thing with
Nick
him.
Caution has some dope features. Like I've been, cause I listened to a lot of up and comers, and I didn't know who he was, and I heard him on I think it was with Static Select. It was like a beat he did that he was featured on. I can't even remember, but I was like, who is this dude? And I remember tweeting him, and he tweeted me back like, thank you. And I was like, man, that's super humble of him.
That's tight.
That's really dope. So you got some big names on the roster that people aren't really familiar with, but they coming to make a buzz for sure.
Yeah, for sure. You know, Nick Caution. We got CJ Fly. He's going to drop his second project this year. A La Soul is doing a project with J57. Like, all my pros is working, man. Like, you know, we finna be here for the long term.
Other than your team, obviously, who is just one person that we would want, like, that you want to work with that but we wouldn't see coming? I don't want to say expect. We wouldn't see coming.
One person I really want to work with, Daft Punk.
Yo, that would be nuts.
Yeah, I know.
You're like thinking about it, getting excited. I can see it on your face. That would be crazy.
Oh man, I'm just trying to talk into existence, you know.
It's gonna happen now.
I'm getting closer.
It's gonna happen now that you said that. Watch, and remember, we talked about it here first, okay? So remember that.
All right.
You're like, okay, I'll give you credit for that a little bit. Let them know where they can find you and where they could get those dope Pro Era socks that you see right here, because I like those.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me, of course.
Oh, no worries.
And so on Twitter, I'm Joey BadA. It's just spelled regular with the 2 S's, not dollar signs. And then on Instagram, Joseph Badman, JOZIFBADMON.
There it is. You know where to find him. Where I'm sure he'll put, if he has any new music, any new merch, all that good stuff. You know where to find him.
Yeah, we got a lot of good, nice merch coming this week.
Ooh, shoot! Don't get us excited over here.
Peace, it's the kid Joey Bad once again. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out more exclusive interviews and live performances here on wild949.com.
Bad thing, bad. What you saying, mama?
Tougher than a leather goose. I wanna say your last name. You ain't playing by the rules, but you don't change the whole game. I don't wanna suit that